Call to order the City of Ellsworth Zoning Board of Appeals, July 27th, 2020. First order of business, adoption of the minutes from April 24th and 2019 and January 27th, 2020. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve as written.
And anybody oppose? All in
I
favor?
think we need a second first.
I need a second.
There we go.
All in favor? All opposed? I take the non-committal from Mike Wright and Steve Shea as yeses.
Should
So,
we
it passes.
put Mike in as a voting member and then let you two vote?
Yeah, I thought he was.
Well, he's the alternate.
Well, there he is. He's
Formalities, you
He's
gotta,
functional tonight.
I'm here.
All right, we have 5. All right, the next thing we have is, we have a request of Mallory Saxmans to construct an emergency escape stairway on the west side of her structure, 3 feet from the 10-foot setback, 27 Lincoln Street. I don't see anybody from 27 Lincoln Street here. Lori, did we notify, who is?
I notified all the
Oh,
voters.
I'm here.
She's 27.
You're Lori Sackman, right?
Marley Saxon.
Marley. But were the neighbors notified?
Yes.
All neighbors that would be possibly affected knew about this meeting?
Yes.
And did we hear anything back?
Nothing.
And Dwight wrote us a nice memo, and bottom line, he says his office has no objection to the granting of this variance. All right, ma'am, I'm gonna ask you some questions. If we granted this, would it meet all the criteria laid out in the variance form? The
Yes.
answer is yes. And no neighbors here care. I'm gonna make a motion that the request for the variance be granted, that it meets all the criteria of the form, specifically, that the land in question cannot yield a reasonable return unless a variance is granted, that the need for the variance is due to the unique circumstances of the property and not the general conditions of the neighborhood, that the granting of the variance will not alter the essential character of the neighborhood, and that the hardship is not a result of action taken by the applicant or prior owners.
second.
Having a second, all in favor of that motion that we grant the variance?
Aye.
5-1, it is granted.
Type of owner.
Who's the one?
5-0.
I was gonna say, who's against?
Lori was against it.
I'll be against it. All right, it's granted. Now, you're gonna get a decision, sort of, and you need to get a copy of
My
that.
finger
It'll be
signed with blood.
From Lori.
from Lori eventually. It's written up. I would strongly suggest that you put that in the registry of deeds and make sure that it references your original deed paperwork, which is attached here too. And the reason there being is, if you go to sell your property and then they get a really smart real estate lawyer, they're gonna see that this may have setback requirements, but if it's in the registry of deeds, they'll see that you came to us, you requested a variance, and that it was granted so that you can sell your property without them having to come and do the same thing.
So you're suggesting, sir, that I take the
No, I'm
variance?
telling you that if you don't do it, it won't be of record anywhere.
Right, but I take the variance to the
You
registry.
take whatever paperwork the city can give you
I'm gonna send
to
you.
the registry of deeds.
Okay,
And make sure it references book 6990-805. You're not gonna live forever, I know that comes as a shock. And whenever this property is sold, that issue that you raised here is going to be an issue for the buyer. And we want them to be able to say, I've already gone to the city and got it approved.
okay,
Perfect.
great, thank you.
All right, I see no further business, I motion we adjourn and you see.
The ordinance is actually strong on that, Jeff. It says that the variance is not recorded within 30 days of the date of being provided to the applicant shall be valid, so it's imperative that you do that.
Okay?
Yeah.
And Lori, you'll
Adjourn.
send that to me?
Move to adjourn, use Steve's credit card at Finn's. All in,
I object.
do I have a second? Second, all in favor? Let's get out of here.